Factors affecting value of goodwill. Goodwill of a firm is affected by all the factors which increases the earning capacity of the firm. Which increases the earning capacity of the firm. So what are the factors? Let's discuss one by one. First one is efficient management, which means successful management. The management have to be efficient. Already we have studied in business studies what is effective and what is efficiency. It should be efficient management. So that manager or who managing the business, they have to have that experiences. That experienced candidate, if you have appointed in the higher position, if they can overcome all the problems, whatever the problems comes in the business, and if they are very well experienced and capable to run the business, as well as they have to be bold to compete in the market. So with the help of their experience and management skills, easily we can overcome the competition in the market and we can get more and more profit in the market, and our product will be successful stage, isn't it? So in that situation, efficient management is a factor which is affecting goodwill. And second one, favorable location near to the customer's place, isn't it? If customer can come and buy the product easily, their walkable distance, and the business place have to be situated near to the customer, which means customary place. So that is favorable location. And third point is favorable contacts. Favorable contacts means they have to have more and more contacts, because they can come and buy often in the business. So sales increased. If sales is increased, automatically profit will increase, isn't it? But they are regular customer. In that sense, for minimum affordable cost we can charge for them. But anyway, our sales will increase. If sales once increased, profit will be increased, because contacts will give greatest profit of the firm, isn't it? If your product is well known all around the world, like you take Audi car, all over the world it knows. See their customer value and goodwill all over the world, how much profit they are earning. Goodwill in Google Chrome browser, everybody is using at present because of user satisfaction, and it get a greatest goodwill all around the world. So everybody is ready to use it. So likewise. And longer establishment of business. If it is the smallest business, how many customers can come? The nearby, whoever is surrounded, they may come and buy some products. But if it is a broader one and it is diversified one, if it is the established one, so in this sense, that customer point of view also it is established, isn't it? Business is expand and business is diversified. Wherever you are going, you can enjoy the benefit of the product. Like you take beta sauce, all over India it is available because it is diversified all over India. If you wanted to buy in Kashmir, you can buy. If you wanted to buy in Tamil Nadu, you can buy. If you wanted to buy in Arunachal Pradesh, you can buy it. So wherever you want, you can buy. So likewise, longer establishment of business and advantage of patents. Patents is very much essential to manufacture the product. Without patent, we cannot do any manufacturing activity and production activity in the company, isn't it? So patent is very much essential. At the same time, to have the patents, what we have to have before? Goodwill of the business. So access to suppliers. Highest demand in the market. The product is highest demand in the market, but no concern is ready to supply the product convenient to the customer's place. In that situation, if your company's product is available to the customer and it is conveniently, easily, that the company or concern is ready to supply that product to the customers, customer will be very happy. Customer don't forget your services and leads to get more and more goodwill in the market. And quality of a product. Next one is quality. Quality, how much it is very important. Customer is paying money, so they will expect same kind of quality for money, isn't it? Worth for money. If your product is greatest quality for cheap cost, you will get highest reputation in the market. Customer won't refer other goods. How many competitors are coming, customer will not worry about it. They will be very strong in your product. Market situation. So marketing situation will differ. Depends upon the customer's needs and wants. The demands of the product. If highest demand in the market, which means product availability is not there, but necessity is there. Customer is ready to buy the product. They are ready to give extra money for the product. But product is not available in the market. In that situation, if you are giving the product, if you are availing the product, it will get higher goodwill in the market, and you no need to give more capitalization. Less capitalization is enough, and it leads to highest profit, and even it leads to goodwill also, isn't it? And next one is a risk associated with business. If a risk faced by the business higher than the normal, which means normally all the company, all the concern will bear some risk, isn't it? But present situation is higher than the normal. In that situation, which are all the companies having highest risk than the normal, that is in very dangerous position. It cannot get goodwill. If it is lower than the normal, it leads to greatest goodwill, isn't it? Nature of business. If the nature of product of the business is highest demand in the market, very much demand in the market, but supply also not short supply, very good supply for the consumer or customers. So in that situation, definitely that business will get great profit. Past performance. If the business is getting profit year by year continuously, that too not normal profit, greatest profit each and every year, so that business will have goodwill higher than other business form of organizations, isn't it? If a business getting profit year by year continuously fairly for a long period of time in the higher range of profit, that business is very good business. This business to compare with normal profit and less profit making business or loss incurring business, this business profit and goodwill will be high always. And other factors. What are those other factors? After sales service, good customer relation and good labor relations. So these all are other factors which is affecting goodwill. These are all the factors what we have discussed is affecting goodwill. Classification of goodwill. Two classifications. One is purchased goodwill and another one is non-purchased goodwill. That is self-generated goodwill. So first one we are going to discuss about purchased goodwill. So purchased goodwill is a purchased from someone. We are going to buy a firm. So in that sense, apart from net assets, we will say some extra money. That amount is goodwill money. Assets minus liability, net assets will be there. Apart from this net assets, we will pay some extra money. That amount is goodwill. That is purchased goodwill amount. So how much we are going to pay? With an example, I will explain you. Let us take an example. AB business house acquires Mahagan business for the net consideration of rupees 10 lakh rupees. Assets acquired were rupees 20 lakhs and liabilities taken over were rupees 12 lakh. So assets are 20 lakhs and liabilities are 12 lakhs. After paid off all liabilities, 8 lakh is net assets, isn't it? Then, and liabilities taken over 12 lakh. Rupees 2 lakh paid in excess of net asset. Because we purchased that which houses? Mahagan business. Who acquired? AB business house acquires Mahagan. So AB business houses paid 10 lakh rupees instead of 8 lakh to Mahagan business. Can you understand? Actually assets are 20 lakhs. Liabilities are 12 lakhs. After paid off all liabilities, excess assets are only 8 lakh rupees. we can pay 8 lakh only to buy that business. But apart from this 8 lakh, we paid 2 lakh more. Because this purchase consideration, we paid, instead of business, 10 lakh rupees to Mahagan. Isn't it? So 20 lakh minus 12 lakh, 8 lakh, and we paid 10 lakh rupees. So 10 minus 8 is equal to 2 lakh rupees is the goodwill amount. So which is purchased goodwill. Accounting standard 26 deals. Intangible assets prescribes that purchased goodwill may be recognized in the books of account and written off at the earliest, but when the estimated useful life. So this is an intangible asset. Accounting standard 26 says about illustration 1, purchased goodwill. Amrit Daily Needs acquired the business of Sri Shivam for a purchase consideration of rupees 5 lakh, payable by check. The assets acquired and liabilities taken over are, assets and liabilities they have given. Assets are furniture, inventory, debtors. Furniture 10,000, inventory 7,50,000, debtors 1,50,000. And liabilities are creditors 5,20,000 and salaries payable 75,000, outstanding expenses 15,000. They are asking us to pass necessary journal entry. Let's discuss about journal entry. In the asset side, what are the assets we are having? Furniture, inventory, debtors. The liability side, creditors, salary payable, outstanding expenses. And apart from that, rupees 5 lakh we are paying to Shivam, isn't it? So in that sense, all the assets will be debited, all the liabilities will be credited. So what we paid out, creditors, salary payable, outstanding expenses plus Shivam 5 lakh rupees. So 2 lakh rupees will be insufficient in asset side. That 2 lakh rupees will be considered as balancing figure, that is goodwill amount. We paid rupees 5 lakh to Shivam by check. So Shivam's account data to whose account? Bank account. 5 lakh rupees. Very easiest problem it is. And self-generated goodwill. Self-generated goodwill. Second goodwill is self-generated goodwill. So it is not buying from someone. It is not purchased goodwill, isn't it? It is our business only. So all the factors, business factors we are using here, and with the help of that factors, location and the contacts and patents, this, that, whatever we have discussed, with the help of that, all the factors, we earned goodwill. Self-generated. Self-generated goodwill is the goodwill which is not purchased for consideration, but it is earned by the effort of the management or partners. They are with their own effort, with their managerial skills, they have earned it. It is not a purchased goodwill. It is an internally generated goodwill. They may ask in one word about it. What kind of goodwill is internally generated goodwill? Self-generated goodwill, not that purchased goodwill. Isn't it? So internally generated goodwill, which arises from number of factors. Favorable location, efficient management, good quality, products, this, that, etc. With the help of this, all those things, we have generated this goodwill favor for our business. Isn't it? That a running business possesses due to which it is able to earn higher profit. Yes, definitely running business, with the help of it, if we are having efficient that goodwill, highest range of goodwill, definitely we can get more and more profit. So features of self-generated goodwill or not purchased goodwill, it is generally internally, if it is generated internally, isn't it? And generally over the year by year we are generating a goodwill. And second feature is, it is valuation of subjective assessment of the value here, being not based on the evidence. No evidence it is not based on any evidences. The subjectives, they are valuing about their business, depends upon their product range, profit range they are doing. And accounting standard 26 prescribes that self-generated goodwill is not recognized as an asset. Yes, definitely it is not an asset. Self-generated will not be considered as an asset, not accounted in the book of accounts, because we are not having any separate account to prepare this generated goodwill, self-generated goodwill. But while we sell our goodwill, our company, our partnership firm to someone else, that time they will pay extra than asset. isn't it? So that time for them it is purchased goodwill. For us now, before selling the unit, it is self-generated goodwill. So we are not maintaining any books of accounts for it. Even no company will maintain books of accounts for it. I hope you understand. For valuing goodwill. Why we have to calculate goodwill? Just to think, when business will calculate goodwill, whenever new profit sharing ratio we will calculate, like admission of a new partner or retirement of a partner if any partner dies. So in these three situations, definitely we will calculate goodwill. And apart from these three situations, when firm amalgamated, which means a new firm may be occurred our business. So in this situation, when we are going to sell the firm or when we are going to acquire other firm, which means what's the meaning of amalgamation, you have to know it in this sense. Amalgamation means A is a firm, B also a firm. A and B, these two firms joined together and they have started new firm C. A, B already separate firms, but they have started new firm. That firm name is C, but that C firm is started by A and B. These two only joined together and they have started. So this is amalgamation, isn't it? New firm has to create. Then if any partner dies or a firm dissolution and if company going to liquidation position, so these are the situation. And apart from that, if any firm is valued as per going concern concept, you know what's the meaning of goodwill? Already we have studied meaning, characteristics and the nature and all the intangible items. About Institute of Chartered Accountant of India also they have given some definition especially for goodwill. So in previous video we have learned about it very much clearly. So this video we are learning the factors affecting goodwill and methods of valuing goodwill will be next video. So what's the need? Why we have to calculate goodwill? The need is, first need, like whenever that profit and loss sharing ratio is changes, admission, retirement, death. In these three situations we must have to calculate about goodwill. By chance if we have planned to buy a new firm, so in that situation we will value about their goodwill. So goodwill means we are paying, while we are purchasing other concern, we are paying extra money than their assets. After taken over all the liabilities, we are paying extra money than their assets, net assets. So that amount will be concluded as goodwill, isn't it? So, and apart from that, when company going to liquidate position, that time also, if partnership firm converted into company, by law partnership firm also can convert it into company. So this will happen. So as per article they have to follow so many procedures to convert partnership into company form of organization. Further they need to follow so many steps which was prescribed as per company law 2013. You know, the promoter is the base for the company, he is the god for the company, and promoter has to think about the company and he have to submit all the documents to registrar, and registrar will send to regional director and regional director to joint director. Then after that all the documents will be submitted to company law board, Ministry of Commerce and Affairs. Then all the documents will be scrutinized by them, by company law board. Then they will give authority to start a business, that is certificate of incorporation. If it is private company, the private company can start the company after receive certificate of incorporation. That day is the birthday for company when it is receiving certificate of incorporation. If it is public company can start the business after get commencement of business certificate only. This and that you know already, and this is for your understanding only. We will study about it elaborately in chapter 6, I think so, volume 2. Thank you so much.